Today we're going to be talking about the text, the inventive Lewis Latimer, as well as the key details organizers you are expected to be completing. This connects to Remote Learning Week 3, Lesson 1 in ELA. I've called this lesson Summarize a Biography. This is the Remote Learning Instruction Notes based on the BCPS packet. This lesson's learning objective. We will summarize a biography by identifying the key details of a person's life in order to recall and explain the important aspects of a person's life. So, we're going to be looking at the graphic organizer in your packet, and they did part of chapter 1 for you. So, I'm going to be focusing on chapter 2. So I want us to remember when we're figuring out what to put in our graphic organizer. When you are taking notes, think about why. What are you trying to do after taking notes? What are these notes going to do? What are they going to help us complete? So if we go back to our objective, it says we're going to be writing a summary of a biography. So we are looking to summarize. This means we should focus on the most important information to help us retell the story. And for a summary of a biography, we're going to be focusing on major events and things that our person Lewis Latimer has done in his life. So we're going to be focusing on chapter 2. So I have a tip, and I think that when I go back to summarize a chapter, get important information from a chapter, I think that I should go back to each page and try to find one or two key details. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to organize my this section of the graphic organizer by page, and I have two things for each page. So I'm going to for page 6 because chapter 2 starts on page 6. And I've included the chapter page 6 here so you can reread if you need to. So I want to look for the two most important details about Lewis Latimer's life on this page. Well, something important that we learn about him on this page is that he began working for a law firm after he got out of the war. Now, this is important because it is one of his first jobs after the war. Now, the next one I want to think about what his job was. What did he want to do for that law firm? And reading our chapter title here is important, Drawing His Way. So we think this chapter is going to be really focused on drawing. So I'm going to say the next key detail from this page is going to be he worked to become a drafter. And we said this is a person who makes detailed drawings of inventions. So those are two key details from this page. Are they the only key details? No, but those were the ones I chose to focus on. We're going to do the same things for page 7, 8, and 9. So for page 7, I wanted us to focus on the new person that he met. So we found out he met an inventor and a teacher named Alexander Graham Bell. So that's one key detail. And why was it important that he met him? That is something that's very important. Well, that will be my other key detail. He was a drafter for Graham Bell's patent for the telephone. So he worked on one of his most important patents with Alexander Graham Bell. On page 8, we have two parts to focus on. We have the regular text up here, and we have this graphic insert with a diagram, labels, and a short blurb about Edison's light bulb. Now, as important as it is to read this is not going to be about Latimer's life. This is telling us more about the Edison light bulb. So we shouldn't really use anything from this graphic because it's not directly related to Latimer's life. So we have a lot less text to work with on this page. So I want to talk about another important person that Latimer met on page 8, and that is Hiram Maxim, and he is also an inventor. And why is it important that he met Maxim? Well, he decided to become a drafter for his electric bulbs. All right, and last one, page 9. I want us to look at what Latimer set out to do. So if we're thinking about our somebody wanted but so, I want to think about what he wanted. So what did Latimer want to be, and what did we figure out about him on this page? Well, he wanted to make a better and a cheaper light bulb. But he did have an obstacle, and that will be our other key detail. Many inventors were racing to do the same thing with light bulbs. They were all trying to make a better and cheaper light bulb. So it was really a race against everybody else. and that was one of the problems that he faced.